Okay, in the next section we'll be talking about measurement. We measure all sorts of things. Builder needs to measure pieces of wood, measure floors, measure rooms, measure buildings, use that kind of information to build something, to work out what he's got to buy, etc. We measure to see whether the turkey's cooked. Is the turkey hot enough? We measure how heavy it is to see how long we should put it in the oven to cook it. Measurement is a key part of the interface between the world, the real world out there, and mathematics. And it's where mathematics couples to what's out in the real world. Now, for any measurement, there are a couple of things which are important to it. The first thing we should be clear of is what units we're using to measure it. That is, are we measuring the length of the table in feet or inches or whatever? Any of you who might have seen the movie Spinal Tap a long time ago might know the difference between sending someone the measurement in inches when you actually wanted it in feet. Okay, measurements we typically use in this course are going to be metric measurements. So we're looking at meters, we're looking at kilograms, we're looking at liters, and we're looking at cubic meters. So those are the typical metric units that we'll be talking about. Now, for every measurement, we've got the number, we've got the units, but there is also a third thing which is quite important, and that is the accuracy of the measurement, i.e., how accurately we know what we've measured. If I want to say estimate how many hairs are on your head, I don't need it to absolute accuracy, but I'd like to know whether it's 140,000 or 160,000. So I can say between 100 and 150,000. That gives me a measure of how accurately I know that. If I'm measuring a piece of wood to go into a gap, I have to know that it is 38 centimeters long or less. So I can be below, because it's got to go into the gap, but I can't be above or it won't fit. In engineering, we would typically measure to an accuracy of 1,000th of a millimeter. In timber, not so accurate. Maybe to a millimeter might be the kind of level of accuracy that we'd need there. If I ask a friend, how far is it to Cork? They'll give me an answer, well, it might be 220 kilometers. How accurate is that? I don't know, but I'd expect, because it's in a casual conversation, that it might be 20 kilometers longer or it might be 20 kilometers yet. So, on each measurement, we have the units that it's measured in, the actual measurement itself, that's the number, and also the accuracy. And those are the three essential things in any measurement. Okay, thanks.